What if? What if you could conquer all of your fears in one day? What if you established a schedule for yourself on, let's say, a day you knew you were off, maybe a weekend day. And you say, you know what? I have always wanted to go and walk around this particular park at sunset, but I've never wanted to do it alone. Why didn't you want to do it alone? Was it fear? Or, you know what? I've always wanted to try this class or do this event, whether it's a 5K race. We see people who set these goals and achieve them, like races and different things. But what if you just have little fears, like a fear of fish? Some people really fear fish. They're like, ew, fish are gross. And some fears are meant to be there to protect us. And I think it is natural and wise to sustain a certain level of fear. But what if you took the little fears that kept you or held you back from accomplishing a goal or a dream, and you eliminated those fears or the thoughts even that hinder you from being free? Maybe it's, they won't buy it from me, or such and such is going to have something to say. They'll really like this when I do this. Let me show them. All these little thoughts that tie your dreams, your goals, your opportunities to something outside of just the goal or you. That equates to, even if you don't really realize it, maybe a factor of fear. What if you let all those things go, made a list of all the different little things that you wanted to do but have had some sidebar fear? They may be even things that you have already started and haven't finished. I'm guilty of it. I've plenty of these things that maybe something has distracted me or had to be prioritized over that goal, that idea, that opportunity. And maybe something of fear has been attached to it that's held me back from accomplishing something or pursuing an idea or putting something out there or supplying the world with a video. I was called to share positivity and give hope. And I've found that a lot of the things that have caused me fear or anxiety have come from this place outside of me, from different experiences or circumstances that have deposited maybe even new fears. But what I also am blessed to have is accountability and understanding that those things that other people or situations or circumstances do that deposit a level of doubt or fear, anxiety, or change my self-esteem are things that I choose to give that power to. But the minute you take your power back and you say, you know what? I'm not going to let that person's fear or that person's attitude or that person's spirit or those circumstances or this situation completely rule me. Because these things, whether others realize it or not, little comments, little ideas that say, you might share something with a loved one or a friend, and they give you their honest opinion, which it might be something that's good to hear. It may feel critical, but it might be something that you need to think about, but it may come across as being negative. Sometimes those things are ill-timed. And that can make someone lose some of their trajectory or their power. Don't let people have that power over you. So that the things that they pile on you make you less effective, can impact your confidence so that you do not execute and act. That is what the Bible calls a snare of the devil. And my sister Trillia encouraged me so much when she says to me, the devil wants us to be ineffective. I am not a preacher or a teacher. I'm definitely not perfect, but I bring these up to say it is so important that we recognize a spirit and we can call it out if that's who you are. But if it's not who you are, it's important that you recognize yourself in a situation. Take accountability that nobody can make you feel any kind of way other than yourself and how you make yourself feel. And the new game is being able to challenge yourself and overcome. And being able to continue to create. And something that's been deep in my spirit most lately is when you feel destruction, or if you think the world is going to heck in a handbasket, or if you see that everything is just crumbling in your life, build. When something doesn't feel right, when something is falling apart, or it seems as though there is ruin, build, rebuild. Why not? Who's stopping you? I've seen too many people talking about, oh, I built this, or oh, I did this. What I appreciate about these young people is they have the intelligence to leverage things that some of my peers and me lack, that motivation, that drive, because we didn't necessarily have the access and the social media and the ideas of going viral and all these different resources and access that younger people have learned to leverage from a younger age than, let's say, a millennial, an older millennial, or whatever all these other grade and generational classifications are. Past these younger people, we'll call it 25, 30 and under, 35 and under, whatever. You know, stay focused. Be innovative. Authenticity is the new game. Knowing who you are. Loving people genuinely and not being a meanie. That's the real energy today. If you want to say you're a Christian, be like Christ. Don't just be a practicer. Don't just wake up, go to Sunday, and then you're still going home and cheating on your wife, or being racist, or messing around with the little girls in the church, or boys, or hating yourself, or hating somebody else. All of that. It's time for us to elevate as a human beings and go get it. There is nothing stopping us. The cost of food is crazy. We'll find you some local farmer. I can keep complaining, or I can find a local farmer. Or I can learn how to do this. I don't have a green thumb. I'm not going to do it. I tried it. I don't like the bugs that are involved. You got to kill the bugs. But it's the smart thing to do. You know what I mean? But just stay encouraged, because we live in a world full of people who are letting all types of common spirits operate in them. And they're mean. People can be mean and don't know who they are, and then question the genuine people. I see more and more genuine people who stick to themselves because they can't, I guess, associate with those who don't really know who they are and treat people well and do the righteous things. People are just running around trying to be in the in crowd, whereas now, as separation is happening from wheat from tare, you can act like you are something else, but you're going to get exposed. This is not the early 2000s. This is not the same. We are not in the same nothing. Nothing's the same. So if you want to stay on that same stuff, then so be it. But I'm going to take this 10 minutes with Tinian to say, go after it, man. These people, there are so many people out here who want us to be full of self-doubt. And it's like, for me, the most important thing for me is to understand that I am not like a lot of, people that I see every day. But thankfully, I am like a lot of other people that I see often. People who are conscientious of the fact that what they're doing impacts others. People who are aware of who they are and what they're trying to do. And I am committed to being someone who is capable of achieving things that are positive impacts for my family and positive impacts for my community and for the greater good. And if I can help someone realize who they are and what they're capable of doing, then I hope this video encourages somebody to say, mute the noise that comes externally. But if you can totally master the internal voice, the internal noise, the water on the inside of you, the light on the inside of you, this little light of mine, let it be big, let it shine bright. And who cares? The world is trying so hard to come against people and make people just fall into line. Don't fall in line. Feed you. Start something fresh. Give back. Conquer the dark night of the soul. Before you believe, you have made it. Know who you are, but know what you're doing and contributing to this world, to Earth. And make sure it's positive and compassionate and honest. Keep moving forward, buddies. You got all you can get right here on Earth. You have every resource you need. All you got to do is make up your mind that you do. Good luck.